All right, and we're live. What's going on, guys? Sorry for the delay. I've been scramming around tonight, running around like a madman. I think we got some news here coming in, so let's go ahead and cover it. Derrick Rose was ruled out. And if you have any questions in the chat, as always, ask me. Anthony Davis is going to be a game time decision. Taj Gibson was ruled out. We got some revenge narratives going on. We got some good stuff. If you follow me over there on Twitter at KJK_DFS, which if you don't, you should. You should know. I talked about Carmelo's return to New York with the possibility of Anthony Davis being out. Carmelo could become a great play for us in our lineups. And also, going to really like Russell Westbrook, of course, if Anthony Davis is out. And my lock of the night, of course, Talen Horton-Tucker, going to be a tremendous play regardless. But if Anthony Davis is out, he's going to become an even better play. So that's something you got to keep your eyes on for sure with the news. Yeah, guys, I'm going to try to stay on here for like 20 minutes till 6:40. Sorry for the late. This is a little bit of a different time frame than what we usually do. Usually I'll do like 5:30 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern time to 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, but I'm starting a little late, but we're going to wrap things up at 6:30. I'm going to answer as many questions as possible. I'm going to be updating my projections, my core plays, all that fun stuff over here on Patreon for my Patreon members. And then as these updates come in, I'll let you guys know who I like, of course, as always. We got a lot of questions, so let's get to it. We got some guys in here. The Claw, Patrick, some usuals. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. The premium, the KJK DFS fan club members with the badge. Tap My Life says, any news drop yet? Yeah, we just went over it. Let's get up to 20 likes. Yeah, guys, the goal is going to be 20 likes every live stream. If you could help me out with that, that would be great. And I'm going to do a quick little projection run here, figure out some of these changes. I'll be keeping an eye on the questions and getting to all of them. So a little bit of a game-by-game breakdown, as always. We're going to try to go ahead here. Miami taking on Detroit. It's the first game on the slate. We have Butler, Adebayo, Lowry, all healthy. So that's going to be cutting into each other's usage. On the Detroit side, Kelly Olynyk and Isaiah Stewart are out. So that's going to free up some more minutes and some more usage on the wings. Jeremiah Grant, Sadiq Bey. I also think there might be some more run for some secondary guys like a Diallo and that kind of thing. So that's certainly something to take note of. And then overall, this game's not exactly expected to stay the closest, though, because the spread's kind of pretty heavily in favor of the Miami Heat side of things. So that's something to take a note of course, as well. And I think we just got another update here. Let me check it out. Nope. Never mind. Wrong thing. So, yeah, we'll be keeping our eyes on the news. And then, like, those wing guys, like I said, the Detroit side. LA Lakers taking on New York. Obviously, Anthony Davis news is going to be huge. We certainly need confirmation on that. Until we get confirmation on that, we won't exactly know where we're looking to go on this Lakers team. Overall, we already know LeBron's out, though, so that's certainly going to be a big bump up in usage to all the starters. Talen Horton-Tucker being my lock of the night. We also have Carmelo Anthony, DeAndre Jordan, Dwight Howard should see more minutes, more usage, so that's certainly something worth taking note of. So, yeah, all these things you got to kind of keep your eye on leading up to lock. And let's see if we have any questions here. What's up, KJK? I got to rewind. I didn't get the news. Yeah, the news is, I mean, Derrick Rose is already ruled out. Taj Gibson was ruled out. Anthony Davis still listed as game time decision, so that we haven't got that news yet. But everything else we're feeling pretty good about, I would say. Is there anyone I'm missing here? I mean, Anthony Davis is obviously a big piece of news. But, I mean, Nikola Jokic obviously is a big piece of news. It's just that's a later game, so we have plenty of time to adjust for that at the 10 o'clock if you do a late swap. And then Luka Doncic, obviously a big piece of news as well, but in the late game. So, obviously, all things to be keeping our eyes on. So, yeah, guys, I mean, Talen Horton-Tucker's my lock of the night. If you didn't know that, certainly going to like him a lot. I like Julius Randle on the other side of things. I know that projections are kind of the main source of what we're looking at when it comes to making decisions in our lineups. But at the same time, I do think there's definitely some narratives to be said. I think that Julius Randle is always going to want to kill the Lakers every single time he plays them as long as he faces them because they kind of gave up on him, when LeBron came and everything. So I think it's pretty obvious why a guy would be motivated to try to show his former team that they're missing out. You know, he just wants to show that he's the real deal, that kind of thing. So that's something that I am willing to weigh into my lineups. I think that's a legitimate thing. I think that's a legitimate narrative. So, you know, I'm certainly willing to weigh that in here. And let's see here. Carmelo Anthony grading out is a tremendous play right now, guys, for me on FanDuel specifically. I'm really going to like him. I like him on both websites, though. Carmelo, Taylor Horton Tucker. Really going to be great plays for me. Tap My Life says, Kemba looks good. Yeah, Kemba, if he gets the minutes that he actually should, I mean, they've been a little bit reluctant to actually give him those minutes with Derrick Rose being out. You would think he's going to get more minutes, but you could make an argument that he doesn't really get more, and they just disperse it between Emmanuel Quickley and Alec Burks. So Emmanuel Quickley and Alec Burks are certainly going to get a big bump up here with there being no Derrick Rose. Alec Burks being the main candidate. Alec Burks is a really good fantasy point per minute producer, and he should get plenty of minutes, so I certainly will like him. The Claw asks, Randall or Westbrook? That's going to depend on the Anthony Davis news, my friend. If Anthony Davis is out, it's certainly going to be Westbrook. So we kind of need that news before I can answer that. Right. Let's see. Then we're taking on Portland. CJ McCollum. Will Barton and Aaron Gordon are obviously going to be tremendous plays if there's no Nikola Jokic in this one. So that's another piece to note here. Another piece of news that we're waiting on. That will be very important for our lineups overall. So, yeah, guys, we got some big pieces of news here. I'm trying to kind of prep you guys for what you should be doing. If you want to check out my Patreon, my premium content, you can over there on Patreon. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat right now for you guys because that'll be the easiest way for you to stay up to date with the news because you'll get all of my projections. You'll get access to the Discord chat where you can ask me questions all throughout the night. I'll answer as many as I can. I do a pretty good job of staying on top of that usually. As my current patrons will tell you. It's just a matter of life coming up, but I'm usually at my computer like at any second that I can be because I have to be because it's NBA DFS season, and if you're not at your computer, you're probably going to be losing money. That's just the fact of the matter there. So that's certainly important, especially on a slate like this. We have some big stars that are questionable. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis. Like, all these guys being in or out is going to be a big deal. And you kind of got to know what's going on because if you don't, hate to tell you, you're going to just end up losing all your money and you're not going to be able to play throughout the rest of the season. The class says, if I win tonight, I'll join. Fox didn't do me so hot and Gobert went off. Yeah, man, De'Aaron Fox was pretty disappointing last night, honestly, from what I was expecting out of him. He did get that bump up in minutes like I was expecting out of the new coaching staff. He did shoot very effectively. He just didn't get any peripheral stats. Like, he didn't get like any assists or any rebounds or any steals or blocks. So I think that's kind of what happened to us. I think he still went out there and scored like 20 real-life points. But unfortunately, he just didn't do anything else. And if you don't do anything else, you're not going to be able to really rack up as many fantasy points as you would before that. So, all right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Honestly, I might bounce soon because I'm going to have to kind of update all my projections and stuff. And this is a very small slate, so I can sum it up for you guys pretty quickly here. I don't mean to leave you hanging. So if you have some questions you really want answered, please ask them. I'll certainly help you out before I leave. But it's pretty straightforward. There's only 4 games. This Miami-Detroit game is expected to blow out and not really be close. It's a 10.5-point spread in favor of Miami. It's a slow-paced game. That one's kind of looking ugly. I'm not too interested in it. We have a 2-14 in the LA Lakers in the New York Knicks game. We have a 2-14 in the Portland Trailblazers in the Denver Nuggets game. We have a 2-10. So those games I'd much rather target than that first game. You also got to factor in that you're going to need to adjust based on the late news. So if you want to just completely fade this first game, I wouldn't call you crazy. I mean, we do have some good value plays in Corey Joseph. If Luka Garza starts, he might be an interesting play at the center position. With there being no Isaiah Stewart. We have Nerlens Noel in this second game. You could make an argument for Sadiq Bey and Jeremiah Grant as well, who I do think should get a bump up. There's no Killian Hayes, so Corey Joseph, Frank Jackson, Diallo are going to be great plays. If this game turns into a blowout, I think Diallo is my favorite play. Like, he could just absolutely smash his price tag. So Diallo, certainly an interesting play. And then also Josh Jackson could be that other guy in blowout run. If there's no Nikola Jokic, going to like Aaron Gordon and Will Barton a ton. If there is Nikola Jokic, obviously he's going to become a great play because he might be lower owned because he's not confirmed in yet. Portland has been terrible defensively. looking at my Patreon content over here on Patreon and looking at how this Portland Trailblazers team has fared defensively. If Nikola Jokic is in, should have plenty of success. These Denver guys overall should have plenty of success. Looking at my defense half-court putbacks tools, Portland ranks 27th in the league overall in points per possession rank, 111.5 points per possession as far as games and everything, and then 28 half-court points per play rank. They're ranked 28th, so giving up a ton of points. And not doing too good on the putbacks category as well. 26th in the league in points per play rank on the putbacks category. So allowing a lot of putbacks when teams are able to get into the half-court setting and get offensive rebounds. They aren't really doing the best job there. So certainly going to like this Denver side. The claw says RJ Barrett or Horton. Horton's my lock of the night, man. So Horton's like my guy tonight. You got to play Horton. I'm never gonna. If you ask me if you would rather play my lock of the night or someone else, my lock of the night's my lock of the night. I don't lie to you guys about who I really like. You know what I mean? I'm here to help you out, give you good content, try to make you win some money. So if it's my lock of the night, it's my lock of the night. The only downside to it is sometimes news comes out where it makes someone else an even better play, and I didn't have that news in my pre-recorded video, so then that makes that other person that would have been my lock of the night. But most times when that happens, my lock of the night's still a really good play. And if my lock of the night is someone that's changed and you tune into the live stream, I'll certainly be honest with you. But Horton Tucker's going to be a great play. LeBron James is out, and if Anthony Davis is out, he's going to become an even better play. If Anthony Davis is out, he's a absolute must play. I already think he is an already absolute must play. He's my lock of the night. But if you don't play him when Anthony Davis is out, you're crazy. And I'm going to like Melo a lot too. I don't think we have any more news though. I've been waiting on this news. Nothing coming in right now. We got like a half an hour till lock, guys. So you got to stay on your toes with this news. It's going to be big time. Okay. Adam Wagner asks, Randall or Westbrook for star single game? Assuming Davis plays, that is. I don't know what you mean by star single game. I don't know what format you're playing. I'm going to assume it's not DraftKings or FanDuel. But assuming Davis plays, Randall or Westbrook, I would go with Randall, assuming Davis plays. All right, guys, I'm going to give you one last minute to ask any questions you want. Then I'm going to bounce probably. Adam Wagner asks, FanDuel 5 players. The 5 is a lot of players to list off, man. I'll give you 3 players. How about that? Let's see. We'll give you Carmelo Anthony, Alec Burks, and Talen Horton Tucker. Those 3 guys on FanDuel I think are all priced very reasonably. Obviously, if Anthony Davis is out, I'm going to like Carmelo a lot more. Regardless, I really like Talen Horton Tucker. And regardless, I think Carmelo Anthony grades out as a really good play over here on FanDuel specifically. I like him a lot on DraftKings as well. But on FanDuel, I think I like him even more. So, yeah. There's 3 good players for you. Can you play that and Melo's same line? Can you play THT and Melo in the same lineup? Oh, yeah, of course, 100%. Especially if Anthony Davis is out. If Anthony Davis is in, that becomes a little bit more difficult, but honestly, I'd still play him in the same lineup. No issues there. They're cheap enough to where it's not an issue. Like, if you're playing Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis in the same lineup, even they're good enough to maybe get there with LeBron being out, but they're priced way up, so they still have to have big games. Talen Horton Tucker and Carmelo Anthony, we're talking like 5'9" and 5'4", and then they're both pretty cheap over there on FanDuel as well. I think Horton Tucker's like $6K, and Carmelo's 5'4" over there as well, so. Time My Life asks, Kemba or Burke? You said Burke. I'm assuming you mean Burks. Obviously. Same team. And that's a really tough question, man. Because I don't know if they're going to give Kemba the run that he should get. I would go with Burks. Honestly, I'd go with Burks because no matter what, Burks is going to come off the bench. He's going to have a massive amount of usage. And now there's no Derrick Rose. So Derrick Rose typically comes off the bench with that second unit. Now Derrick Rose isn't coming off the bench with that second unit. He's going to have way more usage, and it's guaranteed he's going to have that usage because he's not in the starting lineup, whereas Kemba might get a usage taken away from him. If he continues to play that amount of minutes he's been playing, that's nothing. So, yeah. I'd much rather go with Alec Burks, and I like Emmanuel Quickley as well. I think Emmanuel Quickley with no Derrick Rose could be an interesting option. All right, guys, but I got to bounce. I'm sorry for starting the stream late. Hopefully, I helped you out. It's a smaller slate, so we were able to get through it. I think I made it pretty clear as far as who we're going to be looking to for the injury news and all that stuff. I wish you all the best of luck tonight. If you're interested in getting my Patreon package, you can go ahead and check that out. I put the link in the chat. I'll go ahead and do it one more time just so that you guys have easy access, and that'll give you access to the Discord chat. You can ask me questions all the way up to lock, after lock, for late swap, all that fun stuff. You get access to all of my tools, which are tremendous. Give you a little bit of sneak peek on the screen. This is only one of them, defensive shooting accuracy tool. This will tell you how good teams have been giving up the offensive shots, mid-range, long range, inside by the rim. You can figure out the top plays based upon that, and this is only one sheet of about the 16 sheets I have that break down transition, half-court putbacks, and shooting accuracy, team stats, 4 factors, and advanced player metrics such as usage and all that fun stuff, and my core plays as well, which will be filled out for you if you're a Patreon member. FanDuel core plays, DK core plays, you get 3 center, 3 forward, 3 guard for both websites. All right, guys, so I got to go. Wish you all the best of luck tonight, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.